Hello my dear students. See, without the help of numbers, this life cannot be imagined, isn't it? We are all aware of these kind of numbers. This represents the natural numbers, the next is the whole numbers, and there is a set of integers, rationals and irrationals. You know, irrational is the opposite of rational. One which cannot be put in the form of rational is irrational. For example, e, pi, these numbers you are very familiar with, and these two sets put together gives us the set of reals. Is it manageable to solve equations with the knowledge of these numbers alone? See, let us take up an equation. Okay, what I am talking today is about complex numbers. See, here comes the need for these complex numbers. If I have an equation of the kind x square plus 3 is equal to 0, I get x square is equal to minus 3. You all know square of any real number cannot be negative. So, with the prior knowledge of these numbers, I am not able to solve such equations. So, there comes the need for the superset of all these sets, all these numbers, which is called the complex numbers. Okay? If I have to solve this equation x square is equal to minus 3, what is my x value? It is equal to plus minus root of minus 3, which is plus minus root of minus 1 into root 3. You can split this like this. And this root of minus 1 is denoted by I, which was introduced by our well-known mathematician cum a physicist Euler. Okay? So, what are these complex numbers? The complex numbers is denoted by the capital letter C, which contains elements of the form a plus ib, where a and b are real numbers and I is root of minus 1. Okay, this is the basic definition of complex number, and of course it has varied applications. So, quadratic equations without the knowledge of complex numbers you just cannot imagine. See, let me take an example which has appeared in one of the CET papers. An equation, you are all well aware of quadratic equations. Let me have a quadratic equation of this kind: x square plus x plus 1 is equal to 0. You know how to solve the equation. We go for formula method, which is named after our Indian mathematician Sridhara. Okay, what is formula method? X is equal to minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Okay, this you have studied in your higher primary classes. So, you get this as minus 1 plus minus, again the same situation, you have minus root 3. So, which is rewritten as I into root 3 divided by 2. Okay. So, these are the roots of the equation. The question was like this: if a, b are roots of this quadratic equation, then find the value of a to the power 9 plus b to the power 12 minus 1. Okay? The question appears to be complicated. The word complex does not mean the concept is complex, it is actually the name given to the superset of all the numbers we have in our knowledge. Okay? The idea is very simple. So, here this is one of the CET questions. Okay? In the CET you get minimum of one question on complex number and one on quadratic equation, and of course in JEE the complex number will be mixed with other topics. Definitely there also you get to see minimum of one question. In the advanced also you will have questions on this. So, this is one of the important topics in mathematics. Okay, I come back to this question. The solution is very simple. So, the roots are named as omega and omega square. The values of x. So, one value is minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2. The other value is minus 1 minus I root 3 by 2. So, the values of x are denoted by omega and omega square. So, one of the roots I name as A, the other one as B. Okay. When we study this in detail, of course, you get to solve this very easily, because I have very limited time. Within that I can just explain it like this. This is omega raised to 9 plus omega square raised to 12 minus 1. These are all the multiples of 3, because omega cube is 1. So, the value of this is also 1, this is also 1, minus 1. So, the answer is just 1. The concept is very clear, I believe. Okay, just with the idea of what is omega and how to find the roots of this equation, you can easily solve this equation. It hardly takes 1 minute. As you all know, in the CET you will have 60 questions and each question can take maximum of 1 minute. So, you need to have the appropriate idea of all the concepts that you have in the board. Okay. In the board exam, of course, complex number is one of the important topics that you study in 11th standard. Okay. This has various applications. It is also used in various branches of science and also in maths. Okay. And you have seen very clearly, quadratic equation without the knowledge of complex numbers would not have been possible to solve. Okay.